again, naturally. In a few years from now, I'm not feeling any. Oh, all right, mate.
You're just having fun, are you?
I'm just amusing myself, yeah.
Yeah.
I was amusing myself when you were having a pee. I was trying to make it sound as though it was sort of not there at all.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it managed to pick up every drip, Con.
Yeah,
So
I just got to get my
I thought I'll have a
coffee.
little sing-song.
Have a sing
Do
song,
myself.
Kip. All right, you missed out on the sing song, Kip. Have a Kip with sing song.
Yeah, 'cause he said, I'm going to put the kettle on, went for a pee, and all he could hear was him having a pee.
It's like the old one with the vicar when he goes, he's doing his sermon and he's having a bit of a break and he goes for a wee, and of course he's left his microphone on, hasn't he? So good old wee and a good fart, and he comes back in.
Oh, I don't know. Can't mention Vickers. Been a bit of controversy, but
no, we can't mention Vickers. No, we can't mention anything these days anyway. We had somebody having a bit of an issue with somebody about something.
He's been done, hasn't he? Been is it defrocked?
Yeah, it sounds like.
Yeah. So, which is a bit of a shame because I know somebody who does the picking of them. He's not very happy.
I bet that's a bloody sad thing all round.
Well, although he was in the church where Sharon went when she was Holy Cross.
West Coast, wasn't it?
Yeah. So obviously there'll be all sorts of things going on now. I can guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
It's like anything. Once a dog bites somebody, everybody gets bitten by a dog, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not an expression I've heard before, Michael, but I fully appreciate it.
Have you not?
No, I've heard that one before.
Yeah. Well.
Heard that one, Carl?
Hey? What?
Explain, Mike, the little...
I just said once somebody gets bitten by a dog, everybody gets bitten by a dog. It's like news everywhere then, isn't it? There's hundreds of people claim it.
I have been bitten by a dog, not recently though.
Was it the same dog?
That was a waste of time.
He's lost on me, Mike, I think.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's too deep, you know?
Yeah, it was just saying once one thing happens, it happens to everybody then. It's a bit,
maybe we all got bit. I got bitten by a dog. When did you exactly get bitten by a dog then?
Oh, I've got bitten by a few dogs when I was doing my paper round.
Did you get bitten round about 1994? Oh
no, much earlier.
Oh yeah.
In fact, my own dog bit me a few times.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But actually, I was bitten by a dog in Langland when I was quite young. Strange enough. We were playing cricket, I think, or cricket with a tennis ball, and I was bowling, and the dog just jumped up and grabbed my arm.
Yeah. He's obviously playing for Cardiff, wasn't he?
Well, that's the way it goes, I suppose. The dogs are much different now. They're all much calmer, aren't they?
No.
Well, I don't know. They don't seem to fight.
They're all drugged up, aren't they?
You go to Langland, there must be, at any one time, there must be 30 dogs on the beach, and there's hardly any dog fights there. They just seem to run around happily. I think it's all the drugs they took in the 60s.
I think so, yeah. It's in the water, I think.
I don't know. You just don't see many dog fights anymore.
No.
Yeah, Michael?
Yep.
Yeah, I just found you on Facebook.
Right.
And I sent a message through Messenger just to see if I've got a connection with you. If you wouldn't mind checking that for me.
Yeah.
I was struggling getting it through WhatsApp and that. I'm just thinking because I'll probably only have data when I'm over there. That's all, not cell. Maybe there's another Michael Eames.
There is.
Can you believe it? There's several Paul Conibears as well.
Oh, yes, I have noticed that. Now you mention it.
There's two. I think there's another one. He's my nephew. He's the kip man at Swansea.
Is he the digital creator?
Oh, I'm not a digital creator, definitely.
Well, if he's the digital creator, he's just got my message.
I haven't got it.
Okay. I'll have to find which one you are.
I'm just trying to see It's got a picture, hasn't it, on them?
Let me just. Sorry, fellas, just talk amongst yourselves for a while.
Yeah, carry on. I had to sing earlier, Phil. Don't worry.
Whilst you're on, what do you know Kenny Fraser? Is he down that way where you are?
Sorry, Rob, you talking to me?
Yeah, Kenny Fraser.
No, I'm actually up in Queensland at the moment.
Right, you're further north there.
Where's Kenny Fraser? Down in Sydney.
I don't know. That's what I was just asking. I don't know where he is.
Bill, just to tell you, on my Facebook, I've got a thing that says Swansea Rugby Club, the first ever club to beat anybody in the Northern Hemisphere. This one, look. Can you see from there?
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Swansea Rugby Club. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That picture that is in the little round picture is the same one as view profile. Let's have a look here.
That must be me then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swansea Rugby Club, first ever club side to beat the Southern Hemisphere Big Three.
Which is so poetic, isn't it, really?
It's interesting you've got that. In 75, when I first came over, I went to a game. The Wallabies were over there at the time, and they played Swansea in Swansea, and I can't remember the guy's name, but Swansea had a fullback who was, I think, either the darling or the devil at the time. He was, and we stood behind the goalposts, and the Wallabies started flogging Swansea. And your local supporters were giving this guy the hardest time. They were right up him. I always remember that. I'm thinking, hey, like you're the fans. He's one of yours. Like sticking up the Wallabies, that's fine. But geez, they go, yeah. Anyway, we won, so that's okay then. All right. Let me see. It's profile, digital creator.
I didn't know I was a digital creator.
I'm just, the last post was 27th of January. Not you? Someone's you. So whether that's your nephew or something, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let me have a look. I mean, that's interesting. I post every day about 20 times a day.
I've seen your stuff, and I'm in Facebook, and I just okay. Because I've got a funny moniker on mine. Mine's B2. What do I use on Facebook? That's a bloody good question.
I got you.
Yeah, that's you?
Yeah. It was your name that threw me.
Sorry. Yes. Apologies.
B2.
B2 Clark, that is.
Oh, B2, is it?
Yeah,
it looks like B2 to me.
I must change that. It's only been 20 years. The history, fellas, I was in IT for my working life, and when Hotmail first started up, 20 odd years ago, before Microsoft took it over, we all started to use it, and people kept saying, "Don't use your real name because they'll identify you, and the government will get onto you, and blah blah blah, and they'll hack you." And even so. In my family, I've just got one older brother and myself. So I was B2. I was the second boy. And C-L-E-R-K, my surname is Clark, C-L-A-R-K. So it was a wonderful disguise called B2.
That'll fool them.
That got them.
That really got them going on. Yeah. They still haven't found out. They still haven't found out, have they?
No, that's right. That's why I'm living in Queensland. Yeah.
They have now. Yeah. I think they probably already know everything they need to know about me.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they found that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So. What I'll do, Michael, is I'll give you a call because I'll have an eSIM and I'll probably only have data. So I'll give you a call through Messenger if that's all right.
Yeah. I'll be around. I'm going to. When's this? Monday? Not tomorrow.
No, Monday, 10th of March.
10th of March. Yeah. I should be around then.
Yeah. If not, look. No dramas, but yeah, it'd be lovely to catch up. Yeah. So
you just miss St. David's Day.
Yeah.
A week or so, and the huge celebrations. It's all right. We don't really celebrate anymore for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah,
So-
that's really weird, isn't it? You don't get kids dressing up in Welsh uniform.
Well, you may have seen some of my posts today. I went down to the Maritime, whatever it's called, museum, and there was a whole thing of Chinese New Year celebrations going on
Oh,
with
great.
dragons and people, exhibitions. There was loads down there. I thought, God, how can they do that for the Chinese New Year and we can't do something for St. David's Day? It's very weird. No, I'm glad they're doing it. I mean,
Is it a day off? No, is it a national holiday?
No,
No.
Oh, get me.
not anymore.
I think
That
it's
is
because they'd have to give everybody one then, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You'd
Yeah,
have to give it to
we did used to have a day off for it, though, didn't we? I think.
Yeah.
school, I think.
Oh, half day, didn't we?
Huh?
We had a half day when we were in
Half day,
school.
yeah.
Yeah, because all the girls used to come to school in Welsh uniform, didn't they?
Yeah.
Well, dressed, well,
No, you
not
don't.
all the girls, some of them.
Oh, and Con. All the girls in their Welsh uniforms, and what were you wearing?
Nice
Yellow corduroys and a red jacket.
shorts, the little short skirts. Oh, lovely.
Yeah. And you hang 10 t-shirts.
Killed it every
Yeah,
time with an
those
Hang 10
days,
t-shirt, man. Do you remember the time I came in with an Hang 10 t-shirt on and a tie?
Yeah,
Because I got pulled up yet the day before for not having a tie.
yeah. Well, they never mentioned the shirt, did they? You were right.
Yeah, I did have a tie. And the blazer closed. And it just looked, the mustard just looked like a shirt, but you could see the tie, so it was all right.
Yeah. The girls loved it. The boys thought you were just a twat.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you remember, there was a weird craze then of, what do you call it? Undoing the end of your ties. So it was all frayed, wasn't it?
Fraying up, yeah.
Yeah. And they're only about that big, some people. So
Yeah, right, yeah. They used to come down like a little moustache under your chin, just like that.
And then there was in the t-shirts underneath your white shirt, so you could see what the t-shirt was underneath.
Yeah.
Stopped us wearing them then.
Our ties were a blue tie with yellow slashes at a 45-degree angle that were about a quarter of an inch thick. So the trick we used to pull, which was you'd pull each of the single strands of the yellow out so there was only one strand left. So officially you still had a school tie, but geez, it was much cooler, I'll tell you.
Oh, it sounds it.
Yeah.
Don't be fair.
Yeah. I think every kid goes through that, don't they, in high school, that sort of stuff?
Yeah. It was just very strange going to school because the first day everybody was immaculate. You know, they all had their shirts, their ties, their jackets and everything sort of thing. The only thing was when we went to Alpha, we changed schools halfway through. Their jacket, if I remember, was a bright blue thing.
Navy. Well, it was a blue, quite
Blue,
a bright.
wasn't
It wasn't sort of brilliant bright, but
Well, it was to me. I mean, before we were allowed to wear just our charcoal or black jackets. Because we were in the fifth form, we were still allowed to wear them. But I don't think the teachers are very happy because most of the fifth form looked like teachers then.
some of them are bigger than the teachers.
Some of them, yeah. Well, we did have some very small teachers in Alpha. I mean, you just think of people like Oscar Parry and people like that. It's very small.
There we are.
Yeah.
Proof.
Yeah.
He's got his tie on,
Geez, you've got an archive there.
jacket. He's even got a little jumper, look, a sleeveless jumper, I reckon that is.
Huh?
You got a little sleeveless pullover on underneath.
Probably,
His
yeah. I think
tank
so,
top.
yeah.
You photo
Can everybody just notice though? I'm sure he's done this. I'm sure he's pulled his collar up.
Yeah.
I have not. And the Terraline shirts or whatever it was, you know. The
I would
nylon,
never
bright
have remembered
nylon
the
shirts.
tie.
Huh?
Well, you're supposed to wear a white shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
well,
You got a
yeah.
black one, I thought.
But I know, yeah.
Rebel.
Yeah, but he was always a rebel.
Yeah. Have you still got the basin your mum used to cut your hair on?
I kept it as a souvenir. Unfortunately, it went out of use a while ago.
That is a beetle cat, actually.
It is a Beatle cat, yeah. I was a fan of the Beatles, wasn't I, you know?
Yeah, it was.
We all were.
If everybody, well, no, you couldn't. I don't think you could, Biscuit, 'cause you had curly hair, didn't you?
You had the same
yeah,
cat, Mike, because I got a
yeah.
photograph
Yeah.
of me and
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
and
yeah,
exactly the same, yeah.
I think everybody did, didn't they? I think
Yeah.
Kipper was the same. Kipper, did you have a kiss curl or whatever they call Kipper or something on
No,
the
I
front?
didn't. I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah.
Hated of my
I always used to
haircut.
think, Kipper looked more like a Beatle than us because he had black hair. I was thinking of dyeing my hair black.
Got sent home a few times from Alpha for having long hair, not having a cut. I remember having a cut and bringing a bag of hair to school, and the headmaster said, "You haven't had your haircut?" I said, "Yes, I have. I got a bag of hair here." He said, "Well, you haven't had enough cut off. Go and have some more done," and sent me home.
Yeah. It wouldn't happen now,
Do that
would it?
now, would they?
But some of the haircuts are a bit strange now, again, at the moment. They're going back to Slade, aren't they? Where they shave them the side and leave them out on the top.
Yeah, barbers are making a killing nowadays.
I don't know how though. Have you seen how many barber shops there are?
Yeah.
Many hundreds. I've never seen so many barber shops. I reckon it's a front for drug selling and money laundering.
That's what they reckon it is, isn't it?
Well,
It can't be that many people having haircuts. We went through town today and it was just on Oxford Street alone. There must have been 3 or 4 and they were bloody full.
Yeah.
What's
My
going on?
2 grandsons go for a haircut at least every 2 weeks.
What?
yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
When they say something for the weekend, Kipper, it means something a bit different these days.
I know, I know it does, yeah.
Short back in size and a quarter of whatever.
Yeah, you know, there's 50 quid for the haircut and there's 50 quid for the weekend, so you know.
For the bag with your hair in it.
Up here at Coolum, there's 2 barbers on opposite side of the road. And every time I go down there to get a cut, you're always waiting. It's amazing. And there's another one in David Low Way, which is the main highway here. And it's got all the black and the silver and that's where all the dudes go.
Yeah.
Whereas these other 2, and there's always no one in there, right? You get to see people getting haircuts, but there's no waiting. But these other 2 traditional, old-fashioned, and the lady I go to is actually an English lady, and she just cuts men's hair. That's it. She knows how to cut men's hair. A lot of the younger kids, of course, don't know how to cut older men's hair. They just do all the dude stuff, you know, like you're saying before, with the shavings and all that sort of stuff. But then again, this is, you know, Sunshine Coast, and there are a lot of older people, shall we say, up in this area.
I think we got 14 in Mangles.
14.
Surprised me.
Yeah.
Trimology seems to be the one that's you see everywhere.
Trimology, yeah.
Are they Turkish or Greek or I don't
No
know?
idea.
I've never been in much.
How would I know?
Same here, Michael. I don't go into them very often.
I mean, I go past one every day, and when I go past the window, he sort of shoots me away.
Funny.
Bad advertising.
So the last haircut I had in the barbers was in Mumbles.
I can't see. Have you had your hair cut? I can't see.
No, he's stayed back.
Oh, right. You said you're going to have it cut.
Yeah, well, hey, you can't do things, you know, straight away. You got to psychologically prepare yourself, you know. So it's going to be about 2 or 3, 4 weeks, something like that, you know. It all depends. But anyway, remember you used to have the old tiki surf shop where Johnny Cape Egg worked on the corner there in Duns, top of Duns Lane.
Yeah.
Bottom of Queen's
I
Road.
don't remember that.
Yeah, on the corner. It used to have a milliner's type shop there, and then Tiki's opened a surf shop there. And Johnny Cape Egg worked there.
Don't remember it for some reason. I'm not going.
Anyway, they had a barber's there when I went back, and I was looking to cut my hair a little bit. And I went in there, and I said, all right. I said, oh, you can cut it a bit short, you know. And I said, all right. And I didn't know about these things, 1, 2, 3, and 4 sizes and all that.
Yeah.
You know, it's all new to me. I haven't had that. And this is modern technology, you know. So I said, yeah, you can cut it a bit short. Next thing I come up with not a crew cut, but a fucking looking like Michael Eames. You know, I was looking like Michael Eames, you know.
Number one then.
Oh yeah,
And she said,
a real handsome bastard.
there we
then,
go,
right?
sir. How was that? How's that look? It looks, yeah, you look great. I said, I look great. I'm fucking bald. She said, yeah. How can you say that? It looks great. It's bald. I'm bald, man. She said, no, look, his hair. It's his hair. And I thought, oh, yeah, but you didn't use, yeah, good job you didn't use a razor, isn't it? Because it just looks like it. She laughed, and we had a laugh anyway. So that was the shortest hair I've ever had in my life.
Interesting about hair. I was talking to somebody, the teacher, and she said she noticed one of the children had actually they could see lice in their hair.
Oh,
And when I was talking to them, I said, don't they sort of become anymore? They said, no, they're not allowed to anymore.
Yeah.
They can't come and inspect children's hair anymore.
Fucking hell.
Head lice are probably it's rampant at the moment because they don't get the knit nurses who used to have them.
No,
Yeah.
exactly.
No.
I didn't know. I
Anymore.
didn't know that.
Not allowed to come in and poke around with children anymore
That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah.
I've been going to the same barber for the last 20 odd years. And that's in my,
Time you
my
got it right now.
garage.
Then.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's my garage. That's a number 3 all over.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to have a number 3 as well, I think, soon. But,
Maybe you should vary it with a number 3, 2 at the side or something. That's
yeah.
the way forward
It's
now.
just, it gets
Did your mother have
complicated.
any of one of those combs with a razor blade in it that sort of?
Yeah, it gets complicated if you change the combs.
Yeah.
So-
the interesting part to me is when if you go to a new barber, they say, now, what a number 1, number 2, number 3, like you were saying earlier, I didn't know what a number 1 was or a number 2 or a number 3.
Me neither.
Yeah, but there's just this expectation that you know what they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when people talk computers to you, they expect that you understand the language they're talking.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, because when people would go in and say number 3 and feather it down to number 2, and that's the sort of things like that most people would say. But obviously, if you don't know, do you?
Short
Yeah,
back and size, like, isn't it?
Thing is,
Yeah.
you have your haircut and they bring the mirror around the back. Say, and how's that, sir? And you go, you can't say anything, but if it's awful, you're going to say, that's fucking terrible.
What are you going to do? Put some back?
No, you just nod and say, yeah, it's fine, yeah. And you go home and go, look at that fucking mess of my hair.
They never put any back, Bill. I've been in and asked.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I remember when I was about 28, something like that. I was going there, and basically he was doing that. He was sort of basically combing bits over and sort of doing things and fluffing them up just to make it look as though I had hair there. And I was looking, I thought, what are you doing, sort of thing? But he continued to do it for a year.
Yeah.
He charged me sort of, whatever it was then, equivalent probably about 35 quid now. But he ripped me off for 2 years.
Yeah,
Just
Paul,
moving it around.
just thinking, do you still have that picture that I sent you of myself, Rod, and Pete in France, standing in front of the old Cortina? It was only a very little one. We couldn't lower it up. It's kept digitizing, no?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Don't know. No, I just thought because we all had hair in those days. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Sorry.
Yeah, I remember the photo. I still got it. I tried to work it. I remember I tried to work it, and it was really small, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it sounds like your laptop or your computer filing system's about equivalent to the rest of us. I know I've got it, but where the bloody hell is it?
Yeah.
I filed it away so safely that it's really safe.
Well, on these things where you see a photo that's all battered and ripped from like 1930s of somebody's mother, and it suddenly looks as though it's just taken yesterday, do they do that by hand or is it just automatic? Or
No, Photoshop.
I've seen a lot of them lately where they bring them to life now, photographs.
Yeah, Photoshop and AI.
Yeah.
There's an app they use in AI. You just take a standard photo.
Michael, do you remember the one, your photo I did with it was animated and you were talking?
Yeah.
And that was from a still photo.
Yeah.
Can I just say, no, that wasn't me.
But but that was from a still photo, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can
I
make you
did
sing.
one,
and all
did one
sorts
with
of
my mother as well.
Yeah, yeah. But I've seen some like from the war and everything, and they put these photos in there, and they turn from something you can hardly see to something that looks sort of really sort of in focus, bright and sort
Yeah,
of
yeah. It's enhancing by AI. I watched a couple of docs in the World War II, re-edited, retreated by AI and everything. And I mean, it's
All
like
right.
looking at full HD now, you know, from stuff that a black and white film in D-Day, and it's coming out in full HD, full color sort of thing. You know what I mean? But if you look carefully when you treat it with the AI, you have to look at the hands of the people. 'Cause sometimes they've only got 2 or 3 fingers, or no fingers, or
Yeah.
5 or 10 fingers. You know, AI can't handle hands.
aren't it?
Yet.
Big problem.
Yeah, they find them a lot with the celebrity photos when they try to doctor them with AI to make them look better. And then there's
Yeah.
always someone on the internet that finds those hands
Yeah,
and goes, look, they've got 6 fingers, you know, like, oh, that one's only got 3,
Yeah.
you know.
it's true.
You'd think with such an intelligent system, they would have sort of cottoned on that we have 5 fingers.
No, they don't give a fuck
Fingers
about
up.
humans. It's just AI is AI. It's putting up for itself, and it's you know it doesn't give a fuck about us. It's just what do you call it? Pandering us, isn't it?
So does it decide how many fingers we should have then?
I suppose it's having no.
I think AI is lecherous myself because they don't worry about the fingers, but geez, they always get the tits right, don't they?
They're always better. They're always better second time round, aren't they?
Yeah, well, it's they probably spent more time on it, to be honest. Haven't
That's
they?
right. Exactly.
Spend more time on the important bits.
That's right.
Yeah.
Get it right. Yep.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's the first things you look at, isn't it? So
Yeah, I'm sure
It's
that's
a
the
good
first
one.
thing
It's
girls
sort
do.
of they,
Fingers first.
is this like a basketball match, a women's basketball match, and there's this blonde-haired girl, and she was really nice, you know, and she had really tight shorts on. So it was on, you know, and he's running comedy over. Oh yeah, she's playing really well. And then it stops the film and it says, "What number was the girl wearing with the white shirt?" Nobody knew.
There is another one. I think I showed it to you all once before, but where a monkey comes on and goes off again. In the
Yeah.
middle, and you don't notice it.
Mm.
And you think it's some sort of trick, but you really don't notice it. And it comes in, walks across the screen, back off again.
Yeah.
And you're busy counting them balls or something. I forget what it is now, but
Yeah,
it's
right.
a very strange thing that we only see what we want to see.
Yeah.
But that's our brains, I suppose. A bit strange. Anybody watch American football or not?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
could never get the rules. They could never work the rules out, and you get bored then.
Matter
No, the
rules.
rules are fucking simple. It's much more simpler than cricket. Bloody hell.
Yeah, they just
Suppose I can't
Who
walk.
do you reckon, Mike? The Vikings,
Eagles.
Vikings or the Chiefs?
Chiefs.
Yeah, me as well. I'd like the Vikings to win, but I think the Chiefs are going to do it. I don't know though. It all depends. It all depends on the first quarter.
I don't know. I just like the whole sort of the show businessy side. I like the start of it, to be honest, more than the game sometimes.
Yeah,
Because the game can be very stop and go.
yeah, especially when you watch it all
Look, saying that, rugby's getting a bit like that. I watched a rugby match today, and it was a good game, but it was all stop, go, stop, go, stop, go.
No, we went to see the first game that they played when they opened the Liberty, and I think we walked out before the end because we were bored senseless with it.
Football.
American football, yeah.
All right.
I think I'm gonna have to watch it with French fucking commentary, man.
It was absolute crap.
But the thing
Very,
is,
very technical.
the better teams you watch, the more skillful I think is better.
Yeah, no doubt they're probably more skillful, but they've still got, the business where they got to take half the team off and bring another team on.
Oh, yeah.
and then they kick the ball, and then they got to come off, and then the other half the team come back on, and and then they said like the quarter, we thought that, the first quarter is going to be quarter of an hour, but it took like an hour and a half to play the first quarter.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like
It's
an hour and a
actual
half
15
anyway.
minutes of actual playing time.
Yeah,
That's why you get, sometimes it's only 2 or 3 seconds worth of play.
yeah,
And the thing, that's the AFL out here, the Aussie rules, they do a similar thing where they stop the clock when the ball goes out over the line and all that sort of stuff. So, at 20, I think it's only a 20-minute quarter, that normally goes to like 27, 28 minutes because of the stop.
I love it when you get to the fourth quarter, right? And there's some team are down by about at least 2 or 3 scores, and they come to the 2-minute warning, and they get the ball. And so they get the commentator saying, they've got 3 scores to get. I had 2 minutes. They got lots of time. And they still got 3 timeouts as well. And it goes on for about 15 minutes,
yeah.
Mind you, the rugby today, Scotland Island, they were chopping and changing all the time. 2 went off with head injuries, then 1 went off with blood, and then another 3 came on, and 2 went off, and then they changed the packs completely. I don't know.
It's like if you actually worked it out with rugby union now, that's why I've lost interest in it, because it's so complicated with regards to the rules of offside and knock-ons and God knows what. But if you worked out of 80 minutes how much the ball is actually in play, it's half that time, because if you have a line out, it takes 2 minutes to sort out a line out, then it takes 3 minutes to sort out a scrum. It's
no, I think you're absolutely right. It's like, I don't think even the players understand the ball anymore.
No,
because they keep
they've got to make it quicker. They've got to make it quick. Like rugby league was boring years ago because of all the stop and start.
Yeah,
but they changed the rules and that, so it's more flowing. And
it's great. I love rugby league. Yeah, it's a great sport.
One of the things they did in rugby league was they tried to eliminate as many scrums as possible.
Yeah.
Like if you kick it out, you just tap the ball from the 10 metres in and all that sort of stuff. And it's really speeded the game up.
Yeah.
Scrums and lineouts don't work anymore, do they?
No.
They just...
Coaches found all good coaches found their way around the rules, and they just became an absolute farce. And that's why in league, I don't particularly like all the things they've done, but that's one thing they have done by eliminating all of that stop-start sort of rubbish.
I think they've done good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at scrums in rugby union now. They feed the ball in to start with. There's no contesting the scrum, really, is it?
No.
Even if a pack is like 10 stone heavier, it doesn't make a difference.
And nowadays in rugby league out here, if you actually win the ball against the feed, the ref normally calls it up and goes, no, play it again.
Yeah. Something must have happened.
No, you did something wrong. We're not sure what it was, but you must have done something.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. But,
actually, I was watching the telly Saturday here, and the pre-season games are on the telly now. Like, we're still in the middle of cricket, and the pre-season games have started, right? The trial matches, and they're on the telly on Fox. Here we go again, right through till October. It's amazing. It seems to be starting earlier every year.
Well, we're just starting rugby league now after the winter break.
Okay.
Next week they start for real.
So they don't play before Christmas?
They stop at about early November, I think.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then they start then again normally towards the beginning of March.
Much the same as what we have.
Yeah, well, a lot of players swap over, don't they?
That's right.
I mean,
a lot of that goes on. You can have Sam Burgess back.
At one time, we used to have a load of Australians or South Africans or Kiwis over here during their close season, where they'd come and play here and then go back then after the break.
They have to make a choice now. Yeah, they have to make a choice of whether they're going to play in our league or in your league.
Yeah. And of course, England won't leave rugby union, for instance, won't leave them play for the national team if they play abroad.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think England got about 4 French players, English players playing in France, but they can't play for the national team
If they play in France.
if they play in France. It's something to do with some contractual deal they got. I don't know.
We'll take them from anywhere. We don't care where they're from.
They get paid 4 times more playing in France than they do in this country.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
It's-
I guess it's probably like the old T20, the IPL, when that started. You know, there's a lot of guys who weren't quite making the test teams or the one-day sides for the country itself, like for Australia. Well, they go over to India, and of course, they pick up a couple of mil just for playing 10 weeks worth of cricket. And it's a choice you make. You sacrifice playing for your country, you know, for your bank balance, and you can't blame them.
Yeah. I had an interesting, I'll see if I can find it now, an interesting message from somebody earlier, and it gave about, it said that was a great English try, and it said Madugui to Kalopi to Kiniki to Igasaki, and on to Velupi, who scored. And they said a great English move.
All those Anglo-Saxon names.
Yeah. But well, that's the way it is now, isn't it? It's,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, who we got? Who's playing today for Scotland? Is it, or was it Hugh Thomas? I think his name is. We couldn't get much of a more Welsh name than that. But he wasn't picked for Wales, so he decided Scotland. Can't blame him, can you?
No.
Wherever you can get a run, I suppose.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's. At the time, I think it was about 4 years ago. England were then, Wales were a good team then. You know, they were winning the championship, Triple Crown, didn't they, 4 years ago, I think.
Yep.
But at that time, he couldn't get into the team, so he decided to play for Scotland. So.
Yeah, I haven't even made any plans to watch the rugby this season. So put off by Wales last year.
Well, you've got to go through good and bad times, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I didn't watch the first game.
Don't they say it makes you stronger losing?
We should be
It's a
so
myth.
fucking strong,
It's
man.
an urban myth.
You must have the strongest team going then.
The problem with Wales is that they win the Triple Crown, they win the Grand Slam and everything, and then the next year they're fat in their face again.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
what is it? It's not like you go back to the glory years of Welsh rugby, blah 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 blah. You go on about that for years, but at least the other side it lasted, sort of thing. But you know, you get a winning side to win the Grand Slam, the next first game of the next season. They change 1 or 2 people.